one of these in a very long time. Yeah.
Be quiet, kiddo.
So
We are trying to hide. I'm gonna give her a chewy. Oh my God.
all right. So hey, you want me to wait for a bit more people to jump on?
Who's jumping on? Say hi to them.
Hello. I don't know if y'all know, I am the famous Baco.
Tell them what it stands for.
It stands for Bad Ass ACO. Miss Tracy gave me that name. So we're just gonna wait for a little bit more people to hop on and then be a little surprised that Miss Tracy didn't start the live feed, but it was me. I know that you posted earlier about a special guest and a couple of stowaways. So
Those stowaways. The
Lorraine?
furry freeloaders.
Yeah.
So, well, you know what? Maybe you. Hi, everybody. Tell them who you brought up.
Of course. So I brought seven little stowaways, 3 from Cameron County and then 4 that hitched a ride. I would really love to show you guys one of them, and you'll get to know him. His name is Ralphie, and that little guy is my world. He came in about 3 weeks ago at the Cameron County shelter, and he came in scared, labeled aggressive.
Because they typically, and I do understand this, when they're dealing with a lot of dogs, the ones that are really scared, they will catch pull them because they don't want to get bit. So it is what it is in animal control. But some dogs just literally will, well, tell him what he
Yeah,
did.
literally just shut down. He was in a corner, didn't want anything to do with anybody, so he was labeled aggressive. But as you know, there's a difference between aggressive and fear aggressive, right? And those are probably my favorite kind of dogs to work with. And if you saw my live feeds in Westlaco, you know that I sit down in those kennels and I work with them. And it took me about 4 days, every day, just sitting down in the kennel, putting wet food with him and just winning him over, taking him outside, bringing him inside, taking him outside, bringing him inside. And it was until maybe day 4 that I walked into the kennel and he started wagging his tail, and I was like, I'm getting somewhere with you. And he's here now.
Those are
so.
my favorite too. Because I feel like those are the ones that are so sensitive and they're very intuitive to what's going on, and they know, that they're not in a place that they should be. So a lot of times the scaredest ones are the ones that end up having the most tender hearts. I love those kinds. So I think Ralphie will probably be my favorite one here. Well, all of them are my favorite. All of them are. I don't know who's howling over there. That's not him.
That's not him.
He literally, he is snuggled in his bed right now and he's sleeping. We're going to be going down to the Milton later. Right now, we're just finishing up intake on the new ones, and then we're going to go down and see the puppies in a bit. But why don't we just go ahead and show them? Let's show them who's howling. I think that's
little
AB.
AB. Yeah,
I think that's AB.
I'm pretty sure. So let me take over this live.
Yeah. Do you know how to turn it around?
Of course, I'm the pro. I was a pro in Westlaco.
That's right. You were the pro. Okay.
So let me show you. I'm gonna start off with Ralphie. Again, this is my boy. Whoever adopts this guy is getting a nice letter from me, and a big old hug if wherever he goes. This is my little guy. Isn't he the cutest little baby? Can you believe that this guy was labeled aggressive? And I understand. And I told the boys there, I understand that, he came in a little snippy, but all they want is some love and some attention and some cuddles and some understanding. This guy was completely shut down, and look at him now. A little love and patience goes a long way. But yeah, that's my Ralphie. So whoever gets this boy and gets to adopt him out of TPR is gaining a big part of my heart for sure.
Well, let me give him a treat. Ralphie has not. Oh, there you go. Oh, he's a good boy. You're a good boy. Good boy. I love him.
He's adorable.
He's kind of got like the Einstein hair.
Yeah, his.
You want another?
He's like,
He does. He wants another.
He's like, Tracy, I guess you're alright.
You a good boy? And he had that collar, right? That
Yeah.
collar on with the people didn't want him, I guess.
Yeah, so he had his collar. We contacted the owners. The owners he was at the shelter a good 2-3 weeks, and we were waiting for them to come for him, and they just never showed up. So, I mean,
Yeah.
never
showed up.
And then these.
Wow, look at these two little tiny peanuts. These are owner surrendered from a private rescuer, and we kept them together so they feel a little bit more comfortable here. Hi, sweetie. Oh, and they're both under 10 pounds. We haven't named them yet, but they're very, very cute, like long-haired chihuahuas, maybe.
Yeah.
Adorable. Now,
These two little angels also came from our shelter. This little guy was a stray that somebody turned in, or at least they said it was a stray. The owner surrendered to the shelter, so the story wasn't really adding up. We don't know, but you see him. He is now here, and he's a sweetheart. And well, I can't just bring one dog to Tracy's. I gotta make it worth it for sure. And then this little guy,
Banjo.
his name is Banjo. He was owner surrendered with a bulldog. If y'all don't follow me or have me as a friend on Facebook, that bulldog is a little is over. There's a couple of posts on my end about that bulldog. And he was owner surrendered with that bulldog. That unfortunately that bulldog has heart failure, and he's with another rescue. But this little guy's a cutie.
Yep, he's adorable.
He's
Now, this is the one that's here. Let me hold her. This one is breaking my heart because this one came in from somebody that rescues down in the border area, and she had her boarded with somebody that I don't like, and with somebody that shouldn't be boarding dogs. And so when I got her, she's loaded with fleas. So if she was in boarding, somebody needs to go over there and teach that woman how to board dogs at her place and do it right. This little girl is beat down. She literally loaded with fleas, and so we've of course started her on treatment, and she just looks so sad to me. But we tested her. She's negative for everything, but I'm just gonna keep an eye on her. She just doesn't seem like she feels good. You're okay, honey. And she's not in her bed, so I will put her in her bed. Once all these fleas are gone, we'll get her all bathed. She'll probably sleep for a couple days. She's a good girl. Yes, she is. We named her Heidi. Yes. Now I'm gonna hand the phone back to Mari so I can wash my hands before I touch this little one here. But show him, maybe.
So this little one is AB. I believe this one came from private rescue as well. She came along with the two little cheese that weren't named, and she's just a little sweetheart.
She's very, very vocal.
Yeah, she wants that attention for sure. Yes, babe. So
Very sweet.
total sweetheart.
Yes.
I don't know.
Let's see. I guess that's it for there. So we will have these pups hopefully available for adoption for our Gettysburg trip, which is I'm going to be leaving on August 8th. And Katie Carper is going with me. She has a new last name. Well, it's not new, it's her maiden name. So Katie's going to be making that trip with me, so I'm super excited about that. And Gettysburg is in Pennsylvania. That was funny last week. So I do hope to make it to Virginia at some point, but I don't have it on the books yet. I do want to remind you guys that we're having a Christmas in July sale on all the merchandise that's on our website, because we're getting ready for some new items to come in. So there's some really, really good sales right now. And also, if you did not get a chance to buy a brick, but you still want, to be part of the Milton down there, all of the bricks that I'm going to show you, we still have them here because we're not ready to put them in the ground yet over there. They're going to be going in our adoption area. So if you still want to be a part of that, that is an ongoing campaign. You're more than welcome to buy a brick, because we have not put these in the ground yet. Let me show you. We still have a whole stack of them over here that will be going in the ground of our adoption area when we're ready to do that. Yeah, so that's going to be an exciting project to see that all coming together. We're really doing our best, guys, to lead the way in rescue. There's no regulation in rescue. There's very little regulation in transporting. And so what does that attract? People that are doing this for not so good reasons. So Tracy's Paws is going to always do our best to lead the way and make sure that we set an example for everybody else to follow, to see what good looks like. So, yeah, I watched a movie yesterday, and if you have not seen The Sound of Freedom yet, well, if you watch it, you're gonna, of course, like I did, I was crying halfway through it because it's about trafficking children. And I sat and I realized just how sad sometimes the world can be when you're dealing with children who have no voice, and then animals that have no voice. So people, like you and me, we have a voice, and sometimes we have to scream a little bit louder than we would like to, because there's a lot of people that need somebody to take that first step, and that's always going to be me. So, and I'm hoping everybody will follow, because bad doesn't get anywhere when good people don't sit there and tolerate it. So again, good movie. It's just, I guess it just kind of full circle brought things home for me that I'm always, like, I know a lot of people watching have a passion for animals and children. And if you see something, say something. Don't be quiet. Don't think that somebody else is going to say something, because a lot of people follow the masses. They don't follow the right way. They follow the way everybody else is going. We can't do that, especially not now. The rescue world is a mess. And now more than ever, people need to be screened. If you rescue, do not let your dogs go board with somebody unless you physically go over there and see their place. Don't put your dogs on a transport until you check these people out. Don't adopt dogs out to people that you know nothing about. Not everybody has your heart or my heart, and I've had to learn that the hard way. So I might be a little bit overboard at this point, but it's getting worse. I will admit, every time I meet somebody, I'm like sizing them up, looking at body language, and so, I try to feel like everybody's got good intentions, but now at my age, I've realized that they have to prove that, just like I need to prove myself to them too. So again, do your due diligence if you're in the rescue world, and don't just give your dogs over to anybody. Not everybody has our hearts. So yeah. Oh, what? Oh yes, where's the note? Oh my gosh, So I feel terrible because the note is down at the Milton. This really awesome, nice lady sent 12 of these cups and some air fresheners, and I meant to bring the note here. Let me see if her name is on the box because, oh my gosh. Can somebody come over here and put, like, let's see if it's not, because as y'all know, I have CRS, can't remember, and so, oh no, on that side. Hold on.
Lori.
Yes, hold on, it's right here. It's Lori, how do you say it? Klasky?
Klasky?
Lori Klasky.
Klasky? I'm not sure.
Thank you, Lori. What a nice gift for everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Those cups are beautiful. And then I got a special one, but it's down at the Milton. And she put the Milton on there. And it was just beautiful. You know, people that do these kind things. And I have so many wonderful supporters. Elaine Pugh, if you're watching, all of you guys, you know, the time that it had to take to make all that or send those handwritten notes, that's special and it means something to me. I've always wished I could be thoughtful like that. And I don't feel like a thank you is sometimes adequate enough for all that you guys do for us here. But just know we genuinely appreciate everybody that shares our love for our mission. So thank you, Lori. Lisa was here today. We gave her a cup. We're going to give one to when Rhonda's here. So, and all the girls that work here, just a beautiful gift. Oh, and I do need to tell you one thing about our sweet little Madison. Madison is the puppy that came in. Well, she came in with 4 puppies on our opening on June 1st. And we noticed that she has something called TVT, which is actually an STD cancer. And but it's curable. So if a dog is going to have a cancer, that's the one to have. And it's a sexually transmitted cancer. And so she's going through chemo right now. This is like my 3rd dog that I've had that has this. And once it's cured, it's cured. It's got a very high success rate of not coming back. And she'll be spayed and all of that. But poor dog. Again, I've had like three dogs with this before. And as soon as I saw it, I knew what it was. But, you know, a lot of these dogs come in with things that they have lived with down where we get them. They're not cared for. And I'm thankful every time that we get one in that has something that we can help them with, because where they come from, I'm not hopeful that she would have been helped the way that we're helping her. So anyway, I don't want to keep you too long because I have Miss Baco here, which I am so happy that she drove these dogs up to me. And so I'm going to go spend some time with her. I will see you guys next Saturday if there's any questions that you have. I know I'm forgetting something. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this around while I see if there's any questions. And I do have Miss Chanel in here. I don't know if I told you guys, but Chanel got adopted. She was the first one on the bus. And let's see, because I would like to show Chanel. Look at Chanel and her big ears. She has got the biggest ears. The biggest ears I've ever seen, I think, in my life. She could probably fly home with those ears, but she's adopted. I cannot wait to hand her over. She's had a hard life, so when we hand them over to people that we know are going to love them forever after the life that they've had, that's what we live for. So, okay, let's see here. Margot is, oh, hi, Deborah. Margot is over at the Milton. So all the puppies are at the Milton. I'm over at Oliver's house right now doing intake on the new dogs, and then I will go down there. And we do have a senior coming in on Sunday. I think I told you guys that a dog that we adopted out like 10, 11, 12 years ago was found up in Arkansas with a chip that wasn't registered. And unfortunately, the dog that was not taken care of. So he has heartworm. And this is way back, like literally, I don't even know if we adopted him out. Way back when we had first started, a lot of times we would help people pull dogs from animal care services. And we didn't do things the way we do them now. And after all these years, I think we do it right now. So we're gonna get him on Sunday. He's 12 or 13 years old, and he's a shepherd mix. If I have anybody that likes older senior dogs, bigger dogs, his name is Simon, and I'll introduce everybody to him when we get him on Sunday. A very nice volunteer is going to be driving him all the way from Dallas. So the vet that he's staying with right now is in, I think, like the Hot Springs area. She's transporting him all the way to Dallas, and then a volunteer is going from Dallas all the way here to Hondo with him. So, you know, Tracy's Paws is one of the rescues that once a Tracy's Paws dog, always. We always take our dogs back and help in any way we can. They always have a home here with us. So, and on that note, guys, spay and neuter your cats, your dogs, your weird friends, your relatives, your boyfriends, your husbands, and anybody else that really shouldn't be procreating. Spay and neuter, and we'll see you next week. Bye.